Hi, I'm Casey Stubbs, and I'm going to teach you how to sell cash secured puts with just $1,000. This is a strategy for beginners, and I'm going to show you how to do it and an example, so make sure you watch the whole thing because you're going to get a lot of benefit from that. What is a cash secured put? So I have a video on this. You can click the link above if you need to go there and then come back, but just briefly, a cash secured put is when you get paid up front for buying a stock that you want to own anyways, and you can get the stock cheaper. Again, I have complete details on how to do that. It's a great strategy, how to make income every single week with cash secured puts. It's what I teach at Freedom Income Options, and we're replacing income 1 week at a time. We're replacing our paychecks. Why does this work with small accounts? Well, for one thing, is we're focusing on lower price stocks. It has to be a smaller stock in order to do this, because if you only have $1,000, you don't have tons of capital, right? So if you have $1,000, your stock has to be below $10 a share. $10 and below with $1,000, because if it's $7.50, which is going to be the example that I'm going to show, you're going to need $7.50, right? So it's got to be $1,000 or less. But again, with just $1,000, you could earn up to $20 a week, which is 2% a week on this. And so that might not seem like a lot, but if it continues to grow week in and week out, you're going to learn to replace your paycheck. Step-by-step setup. Here's what we're going to do. First thing is you pick a stock that you already want to own at a discount. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, and I'm not going to show that in this video, but if you want to learn how to do that, leave a comment so I know that that's a type of video that I should be creating. You pick a stock that you want to own. Then you choose the strike price, and I explain that in another video as well, so check that link. And you're going to sell your put to collect premium every week. That's how you do it. Now, here's an example of a trade that I took last week, and I'm going to do it again next week. And it's NVDX. Okay, take a look at this chart. This is a sweet chart. It's $7.54 is the stock. I believe it's going to 20. So I want this stock. It's actually an ETF. I want this ETF because I want it at $7 at $7.50 because I think it's going to 20. So you want this stock. So what you do is you sell a put at $7.50. You get a 20-cent credit, which gives you $20. So you're earning $20 on $750, which is the cost of the trade. That's over 2%. The only cost is $750. There's two possible outcomes on how this works. Number one is if NVDX stays above $750, you keep the $20, you don't get the stock. Now, if NVDX drops below, you buy the stock for $7.50 and you get to keep the $20. Now, why do I do this? Well, for one is I want to make my $20 a week. It's great interest on my $7.50. Number two is if I get the stock, I could make even more. So you might be saying, well, what's the risk? Well, the risk is if you really, really, really want the stock really bad because you just know it's going up to 20, then it might be too risky to sell this because it might just rocket and you're never going to get the shares. In that case, you want to buy 100 shares and then sell calls on it. I can do a video on that if I get enough comments. All right, so the real risk is not getting the shares in some situations. If the stock's going to go sideways, well, then you could easily sell those puts, make money, and not worry about it. The key to success on this is that you want to pick stocks that you want to own, quality stocks. If you sell it, puts on bad stocks, you're going to get wrecked. Also, another key to success is only sell what you can cover. Like, don't go on margin. It has to be stocks that you can afford. That's why I said if you have $1,000. Also, big, huge here is consistency. Stay consistent, stack your wins, do this week in and week out. If you make your $20 a week on your $750 and you keep reinvesting that, the next thing you know, you're going to have $1,000 and you're going to be able to do 2 contracts and you're going to keep the cycle alive. So thank you for watching. If you like what you're learning and you want to learn how we do this, how I replace income for traders, for real people, then check the description and sign up for my free training, because I teach this every single week and I'm actively replacing the income for the people that are working with me, and it's exciting to see. So again, thanks a lot. I'm Casey Stubbs from Freedom Income Options. We'll see you soon.